Breaking down a huge home win versus Brighton. 4-2 to Manchester United. Mbeumo with the brace. Casemiro gets a goal. Cunha, the new attackers, finally gelling. I feel like going forward, United got the mojo. Great result. 3 in a row. It's exactly what the doctor ordered for Manchester United. Ruben Amorim's men.
3 wins on the trot. Unbelievable stuff. Up to the top 4. Can't believe it. Manchester United, how things change in just a couple of weeks. Today, I don't think it was as good of a performance as we had against the Scouse Bastards. Brighton, they have been our boogeyman, right? We've lost 6 of the last 8 performances against the Seagulls. And just today, I think the big thing was we took our moments. We took our chances. We scored goals when we had those chances, and that was the difference between them and us. Once again, bad officiating, but it didn't matter because the attack was so potent. But I think United finding what works for them, finding themselves to be a bit of a smash and grab team. I'm okay with that. We did it a lot during the good days of Ole under Solskjaer. And right now, at the moment, I'm just happy because it's all about the results. It's all about winning. It's all about finding ways to win. Even, once again, when United went back against the wall 3-2, shouldn't have been in that position in the first place. You could argue Lamenne should have done a little bit better on that free kick from Welbeck. It was a scorcher, but even still, United found the 4th goal, didn't cower. Once again, just like when we were against Liverpool, when we conceded that 1-1 goal to get the go-ahead. I think today, showing grit, wasn't perfect, but it's a big, big result against a hard team that has had our number. United, grabbing on something, sir. We're building. Wins go a long way.
No, it's a results-based business. And look, shout out to Potato. Let's go. It's exactly what we need because Manchester United has been back against the wall. We couldn't even find a result, and we get 3 in a row. The Sunderland got an international break to calm down. Big win away at Anfield. That should have lifted our sails. We're waiting for sort of the come down. Brighton, it was great from the attack. We saw our lads fade a little bit there. Not trying to say like we weren't really sweating, but, we did kind of bend a little bit towards the end, which kind of made us nervy. Obviously, Mbeumo killing them off. That reminds me of the United of old. So I think United did great. It's like you got to come up at home. Probably should have got a penalty early on. Cunha gets his goal. I mean, the attack is gelling. It's what we invested in, right? So I think the issue to date is obviously, team hasn't played great and we weren't scoring. Now the XG is coming good. The key attackers are breaking through and we're getting the return on investment in our top 2 attacking signings.
And recruitment fixes everything. It's amazing how much of an impact it has. It's amazing how much of an impact these 4 players have had. And it's amazing how much NBC Sports just wants to slate Benjamin Šeško. They had a fucking optic about how he hadn't had a touch 10 minutes into the game. The guy's got more goals, I think, in the EPL at the moment than their favored boy, Mo Salah. So it's a good performance. It's a great result, and it's important to get those goals because those signings have come good. Lamens, he probably arguably had his shakiest game today, but he was still confident. A lot of good claims.
Not a lot to do.
He had a couple big saves. They outshot us, and they probably outshot us. He definitely had a couple decent saves. He hasn't been tested in the way that he was in some ways. That Isaac Chance speaks out to me, the foot saving a Butte, but solid. I mean, he was solid once again and making easy things look easy instead of making easy things look hard.
Look, I mean, the boys are back. I think it's really about vibes for this team. Like, we were down. Like, manager Neck was on the block. Really. I mean, like, there was no hope to be sitting anywhere. Grimsby Town, the Magnets, the tactics board, we saw it. And to have the lads kind of pull this one out, I think international break was kind to us. I think the Sunderland victory was huge. And just comma. Now, the problem here is this team is streaky, right? I think Sunderland was sort of I would say like a 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10, Liverpool 10 out of 10, Brighton 6, 7 out of 10. So it's like, where's the next bump, right? And so that's really this locker room. And when shit was against the wall and people were coming for Ruben Amorim, like you had to look at the players. Like, where have these performances been from the players? And I'm glad they found something because they found it back against the wall. They never gave in on the manager. We saw that against Sunderland and then the huge result versus Liverpool. But, you have to be looking at these players. They have the ability to perform at this level. And it's just turning up consistently has been difficult for United. But 3 in a row, can't complain. And another 3 points. You're looking at the table. You're feeling a little frisky here as a United fan. But, we just need to see more. We just need to see more consistency from this team.
Yeah, your mind's run. As soon as you get that top 4, oh, God, we thought we were in a relegation battle. All of a sudden, we're in top 4. Obviously, there are games left in this game week. But I think just taking our moment. Like you said, it wasn't as controlled. You'll get into the XG in a second. It was tight. Could have easily been kind of a 1-2, 2-2 game. But United took their chances. They got some luck. I think we've had a lot of luck go against us. You talk about that penalty. The Casemiro goal is lucky, but like Mbumo, class. Cunha, class, finally gets his goal. I wish it was a little bit more controlled, but I do like, once again, that they showed some resiliency at the end after conceding and having to be, 3-2, and all of a sudden we found a way to score a 4th goal? Like, I did not see that coming. And that's just the quality of the signings we made. Brian Mbumo, killer. Like, absolute killer. Like, the fact that he was, below Wirtz. By the way, we signed Mateus Cunha and Brian Mbumo for what they paid for, Fabian Wirtz, the guy with a shit mustache, the worst mustache in the league. And what a player. We're going to miss him for AFCON, but he's an unbelievable talent. I mean, he's unbelievable. I thought Benjamin Šeško had a quietly really good game. A little out of control, to be honest, and I think it was worse, especially after we took Casemiro off. They were way more potent getting through our attack. But the defense stood tall. Heaven got a nice performance late. Dogu made a couple mistakes, but then he also did some good things. So it's a win, bro. Win, baby, win. That's it.
Back against the result, back against the wall. It's all about the results. Shout out to Jorge. Let's go, boys! 3 wins in a row. 3 in a row. We got the shirt here. We won 3 titles in a row. Now we're making 3 games in a row. Grant 941. Glory, Man United. D Cole says we need depth for Casemiro. You can see the fall off when he came off. It's true.
It's true.
CDM's huge. We played against Baleba there. What'd you make about Baleba? Is his price going down? Is it going up? I feel like it's been going down, but he had a decent game against United, sans the long range efforts he had.
He got yoinked kind of early when they were chasing the game. I think if you can get it for the price that we basically got all of our top 3 signings this summer, somewhere between 62 and 70 million pounds, that's right in the sweet spot. Youngster still has a ton of upside. Will play with a much better team in terms of the players he'll be around. So I'm still all in. I think he has it. Players like that, young players, are going to always have a dip. But I don't know. What are your thoughts on Baleba?
No, I want him. I want him.
I want him.
Maybe 50 plus add-ons.
50.
At Shogun, OT was rocking. The atmosphere is back at Old Trafford. I mean, it just 3 games can turn this whole thing around, and the home field advantage is so huge. It's kind of crazy that has gone away. Old Trafford was a fortress, and you're starting to see that pick up, especially the Stretty getting into the game. At BJ Cook, I think John and Alex are too controlling their excitement. Bring that Jersey boy energy. Give us a let's fucking go. Look, it was a huge win. I'm just worried about, in the back of my mind, I've watched this team so long. I'm just what's around the corner,
We still think we're going to blow it. We still think we're going to blow the 4-2.
I feel like everybody, you get that was a little nervy there. The 3-2, everybody was checking their rear view. BJ also says Mbuemo can play on both sides of the ball. He's elevated the standard. Bench guys need to pay attention. Also, he can play number 9. I mean, what a player. And in the fact that the dogs are running today, the Cunha, the Mbumos of the world, this is their level. You're seeing it. They're getting used to the team. The chemistry is gelling. Šeško is kind of finding his spot, but we have some lethal. Today, I feel like it was all about the attack. The performance from the attack, they're gelling. The chemistry is there. You saw the 1-2s. You saw Ahmad drifting wide, making runs. Probably should have got that pen as well. So I'm just really excited about the attack going forward for Manchester United. Obviously, midfield concerns, defense hanging in there. Lamens hasn't really been put to the test, but he's done a great job. Much better than Onana and Bayern Deer. Thank God we're not talking about those guys. So, all around positive results. It's what United needs. Momentum. Come on, let's make something of this season. Let's make something of this season. Let's go on a run. Like you said, go on a run.
Let's go on a run. It changes everything. It changes the mood. It changes what's possible. And it changes the potential for the season. The 2 biggest issues last year, we had a lot of issues. But the number 2 issues were our inability to score goals and our goalkeeper. That we made big changes to kind of improve both areas, and the fact that you have potent players that have come in from other EPL sides, hit the ground running. We seldom see that. We have not seen a player hit the ground running like Brian Mbumo since Bruno Fernandes, just coming in, no problem, ready, set, go, scoring goals. Same time, Cunha gets off the mark. You knew that was coming. Great goal from him outside the box. Another one. Šeško, he could have had his goal. Bruno almost had a goal. Like you said, Ahmad got denied a penalty, so it's just the ability to convert chances. We had fewer shots than them, but we had more shots on target than them because we were more efficient in front of net. And it's huge. It's huge because it takes the pressure off. We got through a nervy moment. I also think that builds resiliency. We were back against the wall, could have fucking folded, could have dropped points, would have been huge and bad for morale. And instead, this team found a backbone, and that just compounds. It's like the more we can kind of figure it out, grit through a moment, the more this team will build together as a unit. And it's like, all right, Forest next, baby, let's go. They got a new manager bounce though. We got Dice coming, and we're going away. That's a tough ground, bro. He's gonna be a tough game.
Potato says subs were very bad today. Started to lose control when they came on. If you're looking to be extra critical, I think that's a fair comment.
That's a fair comment.
But there's also a big fall off in the midfield, and United really we didn't really control the game today. We gave Brighton a lot of the ball. It's like smash and grab at Old Trafford. It's a results based, but we have to get more comfortable kind of controlling the game in the midfield and sort of taking it to opponents. I feel like when it's 3-0, that's when you kill the game. That's not when you let them back into it. And again, today we saw United's control throughout the 90 minutes. That's something that we need. It worked out today because it's like bang, bang on the counter with Mbumo, but that's something that we need to be thinking about. I think Amorim has made adjustments, and we're starting to see that in the results. And so can we patch up some of these holes? Can we learn from the lessons and build on this streak?
And the fact is that we have one game a week. That's a huge benefit for this side. We're not playing in Europe. All these teams are starting to play in Europe. Brighton isn't, but like other teams around the league, there's 9 of them that are playing in Europe. So that's an advantage for Manchester United. Even with Mount and Maguire being out, the team adjusted well. I thought Euro came in, looked good. I thought De Ligt played well once again. And the team kind of like adds from strength to strength. So this team is just kind of getting going, now, taking the pressure off of the manager, taking the pressure off the fans, and fans starting to feel like, hey, anything's possible. Let's turn this season into something that we can build on even more so. So a lot of excitement. It's all about scoring goals. What a difference that makes. I have to agree. Again, I think he made subs like it was 3-0, and then all of a sudden those 3-0 subs, trying to get Heaven a minute, trying to pull Casemiro. Kobe got a proper run out. It probably bit us in the ass a little bit. I think we lost even more control of the game because Casemiro was really dominant for large parts of it. But, hey, a win's a win. Win, baby, win. That's all that matters.
Get your man of the match in the chat. Let us know what you think of the big result versus Brighton. Also, subscribe, like the channel, turn notifications on if you want more America Devils content. I feel like the sun is rising on Manchester United is what we desperately needed. We couldn't go from 15th to back to the bottom of the table or even considering a new manager. At J-Check, let's fucking go. BJ, Ahmad, and Mbumo on the right. They're terrorizing defenders. So we totally agree that is like the unlock. We saw it early in the season. Then it faded away as we tried to put in maybe Delo over there to short up defensively. I think Amorim's kind of gone all in and maybe I think he's putting a center back in the midfield. Like Luke Shaw was dropping into midfield to press up. I think that's the solution to be able to unlock Ahmad, which is great from the manager. He's making that adjustment because that's what this team needs. Like we need to go for broke on the right wing, and we just need a little more control. But he'll sort that over time. But this game takes a lot of pressure off the manager. Gary Neville quoted. He says, "I think this has been Ruben Amorim's best, most important week since he's been in the job. It certainly takes a lot of pressure off him." Do you agree, sir? 3 in a row. Winning at Anfield, I think, takes a lot of pressure off of you. I mean, that's a tall order.
Winning in Anfield takes a lot of pressure off of you, and then to build on that, to not have the come down, which we have seen time and time again, especially under Ruben Amorim's side. Like every time we get something to grab onto, you get punched right in the nuts. Today wasn't perfect. We could have made it easier on ourselves. We weren't really in control, especially in large parts late in the second half. It got a little out of control, but we took our moments and we took our chances, and that's the difference. The teams that score goals do well in this league. It makes all the difference, and we did. And Mbumo, what an impact he's having. Cunha, nice goal from him. Sheshko, he almost had a nice goal as well. And it's Lamens. I think that really, we got to speak to the fact that Lamens is just calming everything down.
100% win
not
rate.
Making errors. He's not making errors. You could argue the Welbeck one, maybe he could have gotten a little closer. That was odd. It was ripping. But at the same time, he makes easy things look easy. And the previous goalkeepers made easy things look hard. And that is huge for this side because goalkeepers, they can win you games, but we found a way to lose a lot of games with our goalkeepers. So, hey, big win for Manchester United, sir. Table. Look at that. Unbelievable. Who sticks out?
How are we feeling? How are we feeling?
4 out of 5. 4 out of 5.
This is it. Look, do I see positive goal? One. I can't remember the last time I saw a positive goal difference for Manchester United. So shout out to everybody who's been watching this horrible football over the last couple of years. But now we look to see, hey, is the darkest? Has it finally been dark before the dawn? You always say that. Darkest before the dawn. Is this the dawn, sir? Is it a false dawn or is it the real dawn? Get it in the chat. What do you think? Is this the real dawn or is this the false dawn, sir? I'll get the magic 8-ball after you go.
I think this is the beginning of the dawn. We're gonna have setbacks. We still have Forest away. We got Spurs away.
It's a binary question. You're not saying dawn. Is this the
I'll
dawn?
go Muppet. This is a Muppet podcast. Yeah, it's a dawn. We're gonna go on a run. We're gonna challenge. The title's wide open, bro. We're only 3 points back. We're 3 points back. What? I know Arsenal have to play. I think they're playing. Who they play? They're playing somebody good. I think they're playing Palace. I don't know. What do you think, sir? Give me your take. Give me your hot take.
First, I'll get. So you say dawn.
We're back.
We're back. We're back, baby. Okay, I'm going in full magic 8-ball.
Top 5 team. We're a top 5 team.
Is the dawn arrived? Here we go. Magic 8-ball says.
Huge flat.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Let's go. I'm gonna say. Ooh.
Everyone at the wheel. I love it. Let's go. They were singing it. What were you saying? What are you saying? What do you got? I think 5th. I think we'll finish top 5. If these guys stay fit, the problem is AFCON. You lose Mbeumo for 5 weeks.
I gotta go heel. I gotta go false dawn. I think
that's the safe bet.
I want to go full Muppet. I'm feeling the vibes right now. That win against Liverpool is huge. I just feel like we're gonna have another dip, and the question is not like it's how fast we can turn out of it, right? So under any manager that's been elite in this league or at the helm at Manchester United, it's how can you nip it? How fast you can nip it. When you're sliding, you got to turn it around. And Eric Ten Hag, he couldn't turn around a slide. Like there's a lot of managers who couldn't just quite turn it around because you need the juice. Amorim, obviously, it's been a slide until now. First time to win 3 games in a row. So we could win 7 in a row right now. But the question is, when you start sliding, how fast can he get back on side? And so that's what I question. I don't question that this is real or that we're starting to gel. This team is starting to believe. It's about how we face adversity the next time and how quick we can turn that around to get top 4 or to get European football. That's what I don't want to believe in Champions League yet, despite us being in 4th place here.
Yeah, same with me. I'm going full Muppet, but like when you really think about it, Europa League probably feels more appropriate for this side, given where we were last season, but anything's possible. And I think the impact of this good recruitment is going miles and miles. Like players that could score goals, put the goal in the back of the net. Huge impact from Brian Mbeumo. Huge impact from Cunha. Šeško is going to be a player. Lamens, like they nailed it on recruitment. We needed more, but the 4 we got are legit. They're players, and they'll go a long way. And I love your point, which is like you can't have a bad week slide into a bad month. Because then all of a sudden, like everything falls apart. All the momentum, all the goodwill you've bought and gained back disappears. We need to just, if we have hiccups, which we might, Forest, they've been tough. Spurs, they've been tough. They beat us 4 fucking times last year. They've been real tough. We got to fail, like you said, to turn the ship quickly. And I think even we did it today. The fact that we got that 4th goal, I think is really massive from this side because you would not say that normally. We'd cower, and we kind of went there to get it, and we got it. And that was huge.
I mean, let's be honest. This is an incomplete team. Right, it's really, you look at Lamens coming in is like on a prayer, and then he like turns out to be like actually steady Eddie at the back for now. Right, he's going to face some adversity eventually. All young players do. You look at the midfield; it's incomplete, and the fact that we're able to outperform, I think the attack is really bailing us out. You're going to see some 4-2s. You're going to see some 3-2s. You're going to see some nervy games because we can give up goals, but as long as our attack is lethal and hidden and overperforming on XG, we're going to see points. We're going to see results, and that's exciting. And what Manchester United needs is we just need hope. And I think our attack is right now giving us hope. And it made sense. It took some time for them to gel and get it all right. But if you're looking at the board right now, Chelsea, Tottenham, Bournemouth, Liverpool, we're in the mix. United. Fenny says, is it time to look at the table? Right now it is. A team in crisis, you always look at the table. Like if you're in a relegation fight, you're looking at the table. Like match week 5 and United right now, we were there. Now we're up. And so the question is the consistency, but you're looking at Arsenal played 8, won 6. Sunderland played 9. Sunderland won't be second in the league at the end of the season.
No, they will not.
United,
could be 4th,
could be 9th, could be 8th, could be 3rd, could be 2nd. There's a lot of questions here. It's just that we have been lucky on injuries, I want to say. Mason Mount, obviously negative, but we haven't had really any major injuries. Like imagine if Casemiro went down.
Imagine if Mbeumo went down.
Like stuff like that. So there's going to be some adversity to come for United. But look, cautious optimism right now. I like where we're sitting. I also like how we're playing. Like we had nothing to lose, right? We have our manager who was back against the wall. Players stood up for him. Now they're believing. You know, we need to make it 6. We need to make it 7. Right now it's 4 of our last 5 in the league. Playing once a week is huge. And, you know, top 4 has to be the mission. It has to be the mission. You know, that has to be the mission.
And it's possible, you know, because the league is so. The good thing is the league is so hard is that any of our rivals can get like beat up by a Sunderland. They can get taken down by a Burnley. It's like, you know, it hits us, but also hits our rivals as well. If you think about our upcoming games here, we got Forest away, Spurs away, Everton at home, Palace away, West Ham at home, Wolves away, Bournemouth. It's like we have, you know, some of the teams are really hard, right? Palace is a tough side. Obviously, we know our record recently against Forest and Tottenham. But those are winnable games, man. We're not playing Arsenal. We're not playing City. We're not playing Chelsea. You know, we're not playing the Scousers. So, like, they're not throwaway games, but they're winnable games. The two next ones are the hardest because they're away. But, you know, Everton at home. West Ham are going to get fucking relegated. They're shit. Wolves are also good. Those are the 2 worst teams in the league. West Ham and Wolves, I believe, at the moment. Bournemouth are really tough. You know, Villa have always been a challenge. But, like, these are games we can wrap our arms around, especially one game a week. One game a week.
No, and teams have been dropping points. You know, Tottenham had a good start. They're fading. You know, Chelsea as well. So there's a lot of teams that we can get after. Nottingham Forest aren't what they were last year. So Nottingham Forest, next most important game is our next game. So I think it's a game at a time. It's like head on a swivel with this team. As a fan, it's like I feel like we got some hope. We got some juice. The crowd atmosphere is back at Old Trafford. This team isn't afraid to play away. If you can win at Anfield, you can win at Nottingham Forest. And, oh, by the way, we're coming home to Tottenham. And this team has won more points at home than any other team in the league right now. As of today,
wow,
Manchester United have picked up more Premier League points at home than any other side this season. So this is Old Trafford becoming a fortress? Because other teams today went counter to everything we saw. And I think that's credit to Ruben Amorim and figuring it out with this squad because Brighton came to play. This was not an easy game.
No, it was not.
It was an easy scoreline, but it was not an easy game. They were in it. They had a lot of the ball. They were after us, but United, we were counter-punching. We had this lethal attack. So interesting dynamics. It'll be interesting to see how Forest lines up under Sean Dyche. They're going to pack it in.
Yep.
So we're not going to have this like crazy break. How is Amorim going to switch it? Is he going to change it? Like all these questions come to mind. And I think over the 38-game season, in the EPL, you got to be able to adjust. You got to be able to change your tactics. And I think Ruben Amorim's found something, but how do we adjust going forward?
And this is huge because remember last year we were so poor at home. We've been poor really, even under Ten Hag at the end of his tenure. We were just like Manchester United, the reputation of Old Trafford, like you said, being a fortress, being a place where people were afraid to play, that kind of disappeared. And if we can build that back, get some security around just playing in front of our home fans, giving them some joyful football, which today was, like you said, they came out hot. Rewatching this game from the jump, they came at us. They were looking to take it to us. And like you said, we countered really well. It does feel a little bit like an Ole team. Like that's what he was so good at. It was like sitting back and countering with speed, you know, in the Rashis and Pogba's of the world. And we have these really exciting attacking players, really good in front of nets. Whatever works, but it was definitely a little open today. But like you said, it's an incomplete team. We're still figuring it out. A lot of these players are new, you know, so far so good. If they can score, if you could score, it fixes everything. Like scoring fixes everything. It's huge. So excited for the Forest game. It's going to be a big one. It's going to be a tough match. But we know we got to do.
It doesn't fix your defense, but you know I do agree. Like
no, it doesn't.
We said, hey, where are the goals going to come from? We found the lads, and that's what it's all about. Look. Everybody's celebrating. It's good vibes all around. This is exactly what United needed. And like what makes me the most excited about this team right now is you see a group of players where the jersey's light. The jersey's light on Mbeumo. The jersey's light on Cunha. It's been a miserable run before this last 3 games that they've been having to weather coming to United. It's like the oh no phase that a lot of people are used to here. And now they're starting to get the juice, and they're realizing, wow, this is the best club. There's no better place to win than winning wearing that shirt and winning in that stadium. And I feel like it's great that Cunha and Mbeumo are tasting that because they're going to want more of it because they're hungry. And they're the type of players that are going to want to succeed here at this club. And I'm glad we have a few of them in this team because it's changed the dynamic, and it's clear as day to me that something has changed within this group, and they're starting to realize, oh, winning here is unbelievable. I want to do it every time we're out.
This is a feast or famine club. This is a boom and it always has been a boom and bust club. It's the best club in the world to win at. It's the worst club in the world to lose at. It's like they make your life miserable if you lose. Everybody's after you. But like you said, it is the best feeling to score in front of those home fans. And I feel like they're fighting for each other in a way that we haven't seen in a long time from Manchester United, from our squad. They were hunting in packs at times. It wasn't a complete game, to be fair. It wasn't the complete 90 minutes, but there were moments when we were chasing them down. And it's exciting to see. I think they're coalescing as a unit. They're building on confidence. The more they play together, the more they could score goals. Step by step. This is encouraging. Great result. Good performance. On to the next one. Big game at the City Ground, I believe is what they call it. The Forest Stadium. Coming up next weekend. It's going to be a tough one. Dyche. New manager bounce. Seen it before. Can't wait.
All right, sir. Let's do a little bit of let's do some player ratings today. Let's get into the lineup here. All right, Lemens, what do you got? Out of 10, sir. Out of 10. 6 being average.
Say, I give him a 6, like a solid 6, because he had that. I think he could have done better.
Harsh.
I am harsh. Sir, this guy. Welbeck, I think he could have done better, but he was solid. Solid. Give him a 6. What do you got?
I would get a 6.5.
You can't do halves. We're doing halves.
Of course, you can do 6.2. You can do 6.7. You can do 6.35. 6.5 for Lemens. You give him a little half turn because he deserves it. Sir, back line, just run through him. What do you got?
Euro, I'll give a solid 6.8. I think the lit was a little better, 7.3. Shaw, it wasn't as good as he was against, Liverpool, but he did have that big tackle that led to one of the goals. So I'll give him a 6.9. So they're all solid, good, pretty good games. I don't think they were challenged the same way we were against Liverpool. They also had some moments where we were exposed, but solid. Everyone's passing.
Yeah, I'm 6.2 for Euro, 7.1 for De Ligt, and Luke Shaw, I'm going to say probably 6.8 because he had a good jumping into midfield. I felt like he read the game well, and that additional tactical note from Amorim was performing. Ahmad, I'm going to go, 7.9. I think he's finding the space on the right. I'm giving him just a big boost just because he's really making those penetrating runs. He hasn't got that big assist just yet, but I think that penalty shot was huge and showed his impact, so I have to give him a high rating there.
Tell you who doesn't get a 7.7 is Anthony Taylor. That crew, bro. What a fucking joke. It's a joke. Listen to Gremble I wish it was in Spanish today. It was brutal. Having that guy talk about anything. Anyway, Mad Diallo, high 7.8, 7.9 performance today. What do you think about the low, sir? He was okay at times, but he also he gets a ball in a great position to pass, and he always takes that shot. 5.9, I give him.
5.2.
That outside the box shot he takes once a game. Once a game.
Hey,
no, he's not the guy.
No, his touch, the decision making, But hey, he's a squad player. That's what he is. He's a squad player. He's reliable. Best ability is availability. So you got to give him credit there. Casemiro,
I give a 7.1. I thought he was solid. He put some good balls over the top. Got the goal. It wasn't even on target, but he showed a good fight. He broke up I thought we missed his presence in the end part of the second half when he came off. I think we were way more open.
He's not able to do it. He can't do the.
He's an old man. He's an old man.
I'm more 6.8 for Casemiro.
Yeah, what about Bruno Fernandes?
I ding him because he didn't take the deal to leave United, so that we could sign a younger midfielder.
So always get dinged.
Bruno Fernandes 7.8.
Yeah,
7.8. Solid. High work rate.
Quietly solid.
Yeah. And Mbumo, you got to give that's 8.2. Just unbelievable performance. Brace. He was all over the place. So
8.8. Yeah, 2 goals, bro.
You're right. Yeah. Hey,
high press.
Man of the match.
He's the man of the match for sure.
Yeah. Let us know what your man of the match is in the chat. It's got to be Mbumo. I just feel like he's kind of he's emerging as a leader. No nonsense, right? No Iberian Peninsula emotions, right? He's just a
low ego. He feels like a low ego guy.
Yeah, like a quiet leader. So, and that's United, just no nonsense. I like that. Cunha, I'm going to give him an 8.1. Great goal. Great. This is what our attack should be doing. Just slotting it. Just a classic Cunha goal. If you watch any of his goals from last year for Wolves, this is what he does. So great. First touch sets it up. Great finish.
I had a feeling he scored today because I was like, he's due. He's a goal scorer. He's been good. He's not a Wirtz type bust because he's been good. He's been encouraging. He had a great performance against Liverpool today. Got his goal. 7.9. Benjamin Šeško, sir.
Šeško, I gotta give 6.8. Love the kid. He deserves a goal. He had the assist. He continues to show up. He's a freak. He's reliable. He has great attitude. You don't question the determination and whether he's willing to run. He gives 100%. It's going to come. He's going to start banging him in. He probably should have finished one there. He had a great opportunity in the box, but I see raw talent there. I see someone who's going to take a little longer to settle in than Mbeumo and Cunha, right? Because he's changing the league. So next year is really Šeško's year, but I love the kid. I'm going to give him the Šeško 6'8".
Yeah, I'm right there. 6'6", 6'7". He's 22 too. Brian Mbeumo and Cunha are like hitting their prime. Šeško has a lot of years left. Like you said, the adjustment from the Bundesliga. I thought his buildup was quite good. I thought he was good in the air. He won a bunch of headed balls, and he's going to get better. He's going to score goals. You have no doubt. The same way you knew Cunha would score. Excuse me. You knew he'd get a goal, and he's got goals in him. Like, Benjamin Šeško is going to come good. You just have every confidence, and I'm encouraged about this side. And the signings nailed it. Like I said, we needed more, but the signings, they went for 4 for 4. They really did.
No, that's the big change at United. And looking at this starting 11, you're like, hey, need a CDM pretty badly.
Right.
Need you're looking at left wing back. It's a shame Dogu's kind of he's taken sort of a step back. I'm sure he's fighting confidence. He's a youngster. The manager's sort of been rotating his position. That was big money. That's a lot of money we spent there this year too for him. He is young. He's got the raw talent, but like that spot right now with Delo can be strengthened. Back line, we have plenty of center backs, and then I'm hoping Lemens can earn the spot. It's a perfect year to have Lemens to play all the games, get experience. And again, that Lemens is a year or two guy. Šeško's a year or two guy. Can we get into Europe now and then really rely on these youngsters and strengthen this squad? But you're starting to see, this is what I think Amorim found. He found a starting 11. He found a style of play and is starting to work in the Premier League. And look, maybe Amorim's a year or two guy. Came in from Portugal, got punched in the mouth, like had to eat a lot of crow, like Europa League final, like so. It's
big adjustment.
Hey, Carabao Cup, bro. Like
Grimsby Town. Do you think we'd be here?
He's like, why am I? How did I go from like Sporting to Grimsby Town? Like
in the pelting rain. Remember that pissing rain?
You know what? Get it out of your system.
Right.
Get it out of your system early. Find what works and build from it. And so I'm seeing a team that we can build on. And glad the Scousers are crumbling. I'm
crumbling.
Crumbling. Hey, everybody! Shout out, everybody! Text your Scouser friends. That's been the highlight.
They lose. They play today.
I didn't even see, but I'm saying like the fact that they're falling apart. Everyone's making fun of them. Is like I couldn't have a better time than United being up and the Scousers being in the shit. I just love it. As a football fan, you need the banter. You live on the banter. I think that's it for the Brighton recap. What a match. What a day. Shout out to the ARD fam. Thank you so much for showing up the live stream. We're going to be doing a lot more live streams post-match. That works for the schedule. Can't do every one, but we'll announce it on the socials when we can get out. Check out our website at AmericanDevils.com. Grab some merch at AmericanDevils.store. We're back, baby. Also, check out our newsletter. You get free newsletter in your email inbox. Top United stories. You're going to want to read them because we're on the up, baby. On the bounce, baby. AmericanDevils.com/newsletter. Check it out, sir. Any other thoughts, Brighton? What do you got?
Thanks for showing up. We appreciate the community. We appreciate you being here today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This team is a giant. This is Manchester United, and I'll tell you what, NBC Sports, NBC Sports ain't ready. I'm not saying we're there yet, but NBC Sports ain't ready for Manchester United to be good again because they've been telling everybody how good all these shit teams are for so long. It's like United are the kings of English football, and we will be back. And when they are, even Anthony Taylor couldn't stop us today, bro.
hey, Champions League logos on United gear shouldn't be vintage. We're coming back, baby. Let's go.
Let's go.
Appreciate everybody. Have a great